Let's go into the demand. Now, this is important for us because ultimately, this takes us into the concept and the explanation for management. If it's management, what might you want to do? You might want to try to do something to vasodilate and improve the perfusion to the heart in terms of supplying. Or what about demand? What if the demand is too much? What if the demand for oxygen by the heart is too much? What might you want to do with the demand, please, as one of your objectives? It's to make sure that you decrease the demand. Now, what does demand mean to you? Well, the demand side basically has two major things. Number one, the heart rate. So the faster that the heart then works, the more energy that it then requires in the form of what? ATP. How do you form ATP in the mitochondria? I believe it's called what? Electron transport chain or oxidative phosphorylation. Good. And this all begins with the process of what? Glycolysis and TCA cycle and then feeding into your ETC. But you must have oxygen there, correct? And so the point is now you have too much demand, maybe because of increased heart rate, or the pumping. How hard is it pumping? The resistance or blood pressure is what you're referring to. So ultimately, the tachycardia and the high blood pressure increases what? The myocardial oxygen demand. Now, what might you want to do in this patient when the demand is too much? You do everything in power to make sure that you slow it down. And so let me ask you something. How might you want to decrease your heart rate? It's called beta blocker. What might you want to do in terms of your blood pressure? Try to decrease it. So these are things that you're going to be paying attention to as we continue through our lecture series. What are those modifiable risk factors? Smoking. Try to prevent your patient from smoking. Or if the patient has already started smoking, to quit the smoking, whatever the cessation methodologies might be. Hypertension, hyperlipidemia, diabetes, metabolic syndrome.